Ayo, ayo, welcome back from that JK relay. I'm here with Argent, who is unfortunately didn't have time to read donations during the last run, so we'll have him here live in the studio. It's really nice that you made it on such short notice to our studio here.
And no, thank you. Managed to get the trip over there. Like, it was really quick. Didn't think it was going to make it, but we got here. Really happy. Great studio you've got here. But yeah, let's see what we've got.
No. Just yeah, you can go ahead with the donations.
All right, well, we're going to speed run our way through some donations here. We got plenty of them coming in here. So we got a $30 donation from username Niels that says, woo ESA. Another $10 from username Niels that says, woo Twitch chat. A $25 donation from Anonymous that says, let's go Team Juanita. $5 donation from Anonymous with no comment, but went to Team Carla there. We also have another $25 donation from username Niels that says, Team Juanita. We've also got a $5 donation that says, I mean go Juanita. $5 donation from Anonymous, again for Go Carla. We got Papa Burgundy with $25 for Team Juanita coming through here. $7 donation from Anonymous and a further $5 donation from Anonymous, both with no comments, but didn't know which ones they wanted to see win. We also had a $25 donation from Automet that said, Go Team Carla, with a $50 donation coming in once again from username Niels that says, Woo Team Carla, swapping back and forth here. We have a $25 donation from DevJock that says, this needs to happen. They were, of course, referring to the Moonbase Alpha 2-player co-op text-to-speech donation, and I am happy to report that that has been met. So we will be getting some text-to-speech on the Moonbase Alpha run when it comes through. We also had a $25 donation from the Heretic that says, help us, Obi Juanita Kenobi, you are our only hope, with a $20.02 donation, again from username Niels that says, woo Team Carla, and then a $100 anonymous donation here, putting it 50 towards the Moonbase Alpha, and then also some more to the donation bias there. And we have a $50 donation coming in from Kylo Annie saying, much love to Covert Muffin. Try that again. Much love to Covert Muffin, Sajaki, and the fluffy guy whose name I didn't catch. These graphics are top-notch. VFX. Keep it up, and thanks for supporting a good cause. We also have a $25 donation from Grink saying, a French runner in Team Juanita. There's where my money goes. Fun fact, I've never watched any Star Wars films. Nonetheless, any people donating $20 from the official French restream will have a chance to get a bundle of 7 Star Wars games. Neat, right? And then once again, another $50 donation from username Niels who says, the power to speedrun games is insignificant next to the power of the Force. Everyone knows that. But what about games that have the Force in them? And then we also have a $105 donation and 84 cents from BBGN159 that says, donating my ad revenue from Twitch for a great cause. Watching my two homies eat peanut butter and J sandwiches. Let's make that happen. And a quick update on that bid war itself as well. We have that sitting at $393.85 out of 500. We are $107 away from a live peanut butter and jelly race there. You know you want to see that. Get your donations in. And of course, we do have to mention as well, we are raising money for Save the Children here. Thank you very much, everybody who has donated so far. And now hand it back over to our host. Thank you.
Yes, so we still have, we haven't heard from Chef, our reporter on the scene, for a while, so we'll try to check if we can get a connection there. Chef, are you there?
I've found someone live on the scene who we can talk to about ESA and figure out exactly what's going on. Thanks for joining me.
Vem är du?
So we all know that ESA is held here every single year. Can you explain the discrepancy of why so few people are at the event?
Sir, vänligen lämna hotellet eftersom det för närvarande inte är öppet. Vad är ESA? Vad pratar du om?
What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you do. You like ESA, it happened last year.
ESA. Det är avbrutet. Det är ett online-evenemang nu.
What do you mean it's online?
Ja, lämna byggnaden.
What? No, that can't be right. I'm sorry. Please, if you guys could come back to me in a little bit. I'll investigate. We'll have a better idea of what's going on. Please just...
Interesting. So, we'll probably check on him later, but for now, we will go to Heny with some Doom. Take it away.
Hello, welcome back to ESA Summer 21. We're raising money for Save the Children this event, and you can find links to donate below the stream. We would also like to thank Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring us this event. And now it's time for a special run. It's the second try for Heny running Doom 2016. Let's hope it goes okay this time. Take it away.
Alright, hey, I'm Heny, thanks, yeah, as we already tried a few days ago, I'm gonna run Doom 2016 any % today, and with me is a co-commentator. You wanna introduce yourself?
Hello, my name is Dangerous. I am a speedrunner of Doom 2016 100%, as well as a couple of other meme categories. I actually don't run any %, but I promise you, I know the tech of this game inside out. I promise you, you are in good hands. Don't worry. I got you.
Exactly. And yeah, we're just gonna start the game. I'm gonna give a countdown. Timing starts once we are actually awoken. So that's gonna take a little moment. And in the beginning, probably Dane is gonna mostly commentate because there are a lot of things happening. If you have played Doom 2016 casually, the speedrun, at least any %, is totally different from what you see during the combat play. But it's like different, but very unique and interesting in the same way. So it's two different games basically.
Yeah, any % and 100% are it's almost like running two entirely different games because of how different the games are, how different the runs are, how different the tech is implemented. Any % abuses the tech of this game in ways that 100% just can't take advantage of. And oh yeah, time has started. I don't know if they started counting that down.
Oh yeah, time. Sorry, I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, so you're gonna see the beginning of this game, you saw him shoot the pistol a couple of times in order to skip an animation that costs about 4 seconds. And normally, if you play this game casually, you'd see Heny immediately go to grab the suit. And any %, we're not going to do that. We're just going to kind of just jump into this door frame. And then we're just going to kind of just go out of bounds. I mean, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay. This is normal for any %. Any % does this very, very regularly. So yeah, we're out of bounds right now. We're skipping. So there's a cutscene involving grabbing the suit, which costs about 1 minute and 5 seconds. Oh my God, he's actually going to go for a YOLO skip. Oh, is he going to get it? Hold on. Second try. Hey, second try. Let's go. So he just did a very, very precise rail boost. We're going to explain rail boost in a second. And he just also did an elevator clip. There's a lot of stuff going on here. We'll explain everything. Don't worry. But it is going to take us a little bit to kind of get through all of this beginning section. We're throwing literally 5 different bits of tech at you all at once. This run is insane. There's a ton of stuff in it. So we'll explain everything. Don't worry. We're also going to... I'll explain what rail boosting is, because I used that term just a second ago, rail boosting. I'll explain what that actually means in a second. But before we actually get to that, there's a part of the run that you have to see first for you to really appreciate what rail boosting really is. And it's this part that he's doing right here. So he's going to line up on the ground right here with a very specific setup. And then he's just going to turn into an airplane. Doom guy's an airplane. He's just an airplane. He's flying. Oh, no! Oh,
so what I was trying to do there is a bunny hop. You can b-hop basically off surfaces that you hit. And if you do that, then you can maintain the momentum, but luckily there's a checkpoint here, so we can just do that again.
Yeah, he just had a really bad angle for that one. This one looks good. This one looks good. Yeah, this one's good. This one's good. Yeah. Okay, so that's what was initially supposed to happen. So you're probably watching that and going, how did he turn Doom guy into an airplane? I will explain. So there's this really interesting mechanic that the devs worked into the game. So basically, when you're operating at 60 frames per second, the game just kind of does what it does. It's fine. But once you go above 60 frames per second, there's this weird thing in the engine where Doomguy's hitbox will clip into certain objects, and at really high frame rates, Doomguy will clip into objects farther. Like, he'll go farther into the object. And the devs worked in a little kind of safety protocol to make sure that you didn't get stuck permanently in an object by forcing Doomguy out of that object. Well, at really high frame rates, they'll force him out at really high speed. And at 200 frames per second consistently, they force him out in such a way where he can fly across the whole level. So now he's going to do his second bit of tech. This is not a rail boost. This is a new bit of tech called a glory kill clip. So if you play the game casually, you'll remember glory killing. Glory killing was like this little mechanic where you could get an enemy down. Oh God, that sucks. Okay, but this is fine. This will give us a chance to explain what it is that's going on here. So you remember glory kill clipping. Sorry, you'll remember glory killing as if you get an enemy down to a certain threshold of health, they'll turn blue and orange, and they'll kind of be highlighted in the arena. And you can walk up to them and melee them, and it'll put them through an animation. And then if you set up things in such a way, the way he's doing now, you can actually move yourself through objects. It has to do with where they store Doomguy's location kind of in the geometry of the level. And then he just did an extendo grab there. That's another little bit of tech we'll explain in a minute. We'll actually probably explain that in level 6, I think, is probably the most appropriate place to explain that. And he's setting up, he's firing the pistol because he's setting up for a very specific jump here. Navigated that perfectly. Awesome. So yeah, that's exactly how you want the end of that level to go.
The leap of faith, because you basically don't see what's going on. So there's a couple of different ways how you can navigate that. I tend to just shoot the pistol like 12 times, and then I know I have to look to the right, and I can jump off into the blind, basically.
Yeah, so basically it's like you can either shoot the pistol, I think it's shoot the pistol 12 times, you can shoot the shotgun 5, or you can melee 6 times, and all of those numbers will specifically tell you exactly how far you've traveled so that you can jump to that spot in the level and know where you're jumping, because until you actually get to that spot, you'll have no idea where you are. The out of bounds will kind of disappear and reappear on you at various points, and the same thing happens to me, because there's some spots in the level where we go out of bounds 100% where you just won't know if you're in the right spot. So he's doing a checkpoint reload here. This saves 1 second in-game time. It takes longer RTA. Henny, I have no idea why you're doing that. He's loading checkpoint here. No, it's fine. So he just grabbed the micro missile weapon mod upgrade. This is going to help him do a couple of skips later on. This was just like 2 days ago, I think, routed out of any percent, but it makes the route extremely annoying to do. So I think this is going to be kind of a world record only strat. And he's going to set up for another clip here. He's going to do it very specifically. Nice! That was a good one.
Zombie was in a kind of like very
He was in a very weird spot. So I'm actually surprised you got that. He's going to set up for another rail boost here. Oh, that was perfect. Dude, this run's kind of hot. Oh, until he did that. And then he fell off the thing.
We're trying to basically jump off the geometry there, and you have to basically jump like to the right spot, otherwise it won't really work, and with the right timing. So here's another paperclip.
Yeah, we actually do this paperclip in 100% classic as well. So, but he does it much faster than I can do it. And don't be fooled. This out of bounds can actually be somewhat kind of tricky to navigate. He's actually navigating like a pro right now. Oh my god, that was excellent.
Foundry done. One of the harder levels, or it used to be one of the harder levels. Nowadays, luckily, this route is much easier because of the paperclip. We used to have like a real parkouring section over the edge of that fight arena, and that was like really just super annoying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And luckily we don't have to do that anymore, which is also nice for new runners.
Yeah, that Foundry has been split into, we literally call it Old Foundry and New Foundry, and Old Foundry was a nightmare. Luckily, New Foundry is much, much easier. And so he's going for a very finicky out-of-bounds strat here, and doing like a pro. I would expect nothing less from him, and he landed in the wrong spot. That's okay. That's honestly not a big deal. Missing that spot costs you maybe 5 seconds total. So this is Argent facility. This is a level that involves. It's a very non-linear level. This involves doing a whole lot of like navigation, inbounds, and that's Argent facility. Argent facility is over. We're done with Argent facility.
The fastest level. So if you blinked, you probably missed it.
Yeah, this is the fastest level. It is, if you do it more or less optimally, it's less than a minute in any.
Yeah, I think right now the IL record stands at 38 seconds or something, which is crazy.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, this facility is one of those weird levels that just has one of those things where all the stars kind of align and everything works perfect, and you just skip to the end and it works. Okay, so now we're in Argent Energy Tower. This level's got a new mechanic that's going to be added to the game. So the reason why he's not skipping straight to the end is because you actually need this mechanic. You just grab the double jump boots. These are called, I think they're called thrust boots in game, like with lore. And he reset checkpoint in a very specific spot so that when he goes back into the game, he's actually got the thrust boots. He's doing another rail boost here.
Or at least trying to go for it. It saves like 4 seconds.
To go for it. I mean, you skip out the rail boost. You just didn't get the fast rail boost. You can actually save about 4 seconds, give or take. It's kind of hard to say. And this is called Tower Boost. Tower Boost skips you to the end of the level. And now he's going to stop and grab a Gauss Cannon. Now this thing is going to change the game. I mean, literally, it's going to change the game. In any percent, it allows you to do some insane stuff that you can't do in like a regular casual game. Regular gameplay. And then in 100%, we actually found a way to grab this early in the level so that we could do the whole level with it. And it also changed things pretty significantly. So there's a little cutscene here.
You saw like one of the biggest rail boosts or coolest rail boosts in the game. The power ascent,
easily.
Basically.
It's also one of the hardest ones to get right. that one is particularly troublesome if you're not careful. So on this spot, he's actually on a cycle. This is the one level that does not behave the same way as the other levels where you have to like push a button to end the level or walk through a portal to end the level. This one's actually on a timer. So he killed a bunch of enemies there. Specifically, he killed the Revenants, the big skeleton dudes with the rocket launchers on their shoulders. He had to kill them specifically because they cycle the fight the fastest way to get to the end. He grabbed the invulnerable power up and then he just yeeted himself down the tower.
Oh, we actually got a fast countdown as well for the second one.
Yeah, nice. I just saw that too. I was like, that was crazy. Amazing. This is actually a really fast tower for like a regular any percent run. Like this tower specifically could be a potential Recce contender tower. Like it was fast. Because a lot of the end of the game, like after you start that cutscene with Olivia where she kind of jumps into that middle beam, a lot of it is auto-scroller past that point where you cycle the fight quickly. Once you do that, you're pretty much just on a timer and you have to sit it out. So we're now roughly halfway. I mean, this is like less than halfway through, but we're getting close to the middle point of the run. It's just that the back half of the game has longer level stuff going on. Like there's more stuff you have to do. There's longer tech involved. So we're now in Cadinger's Sanctum. So there's a skill switch up there. He's going to grab it from down here. Just like that. He's going to grab the skull switch from on the ground. And he was like, what, 4 meters underneath it? So, okay, so what happened there is we don't really know exactly what is going on with extendo grabs. Like we kind of understand how they work, but we still don't really know.
We think that the camera is kind of shifted towards the object that you're grabbing, or that you're zooming. Like if you zoom, then the camera is shifted, and because it's actually shifted and or the player position is shifted, that allows us to actually grab the object. But it's like a very that it works like that.
Yeah, it's a very weird thing with weapons that have a zoom function on them, like the pistol, the precision bolt on the Gauss cannon, the tac scope on the heavy assault rifle. Like those weapons have zoom functions on them that push the camera forward in a weird way, and for like maybe a couple of frames per zoom, you can actually grab an object far away if you hit the button at the right moment. It's a very weird mechanic. We don't really fully understand it. And that was a low boost. That's okay. We'll get on the next one. We'll get on the next one. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, that's how extendo grabs work. They're a very, very bizarre mechanic. We still don't really fully understand them. It's funny because the guy that brought them to us and showed us like, hey, we found this weird thing in the game was some dude that like doesn't even run the game. He just found this weird thing with extendo grabbing and showed us like a way to do it. And like he cut 30 seconds out of the run. It's kind of amazing how he did that. So, okay, so he's doing another Gauss boost here. This Gauss boost has a propulsion function with how you fire it that allows you to skip big jumps like that. He's going to set this up, and
that's better.
Looks okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, okay, that works. Okay. It was a little tight. It was a little bit close for comfort, but he got it. He was just, I think, just above it, and he's going to kind of the same way that he grabbed the elevator at the very beginning of the run. He's going to clip in and push that button through the tram. This thing is insane.
Yeah, there are like very specific spots that you want to stand in to be able to actually trigger those buttons through the wall. And it's like not only the position you're standing in needs to be almost pixel perfect, but also the angle you're looking. Because so you saw me like, or that's why you saw me like tilting the camera a little bit to the right there.
Yeah, so that like one specific clip in requires that you sort of turn the camera in a weird way. We've actually started doing that in 100% as well. You have to kind of turn the camera in order to get the right angle. It's very strange, but you do that in order to be able to get your hitbox into the tram in like this very weird way. So we're now on the Advanced Research Complex. In Doom Eternal, this would be called the Advanced Research Complex. And this level doesn't suck at all for anybody in any category. Everybody loves this level. I don't know anybody that doesn't love this level. Can you think of anybody that doesn't love this level, that doesn't think this level sucks?
No, I think it's personally one of the cooler levels.
Really? I hate this level. I hate this level in every category.
It's just so long, but if everything goes right, then it's a cool level. If it doesn't, then obviously it's not.
That's true. That's true. If it goes optimally, it's a good level. If it goes wrong, it's pretty terrible. He reloaded checkpoint there in order to kind of reset the enemy damage values. This level is very, very straight. Uh-oh. Can he save it? Can he save it? Can the man save it?
Sometimes you can fall in a spot there where you cannot save it.
Let's go! All right, so he just got a checkpoint. He's going to set up for a very specific rail boost here. And... oh, that looks really good. That looks really good. Very nice.
Maybe we should explain what happens there in with rail boosts in general. Like you die in some spots, but in others you don't, which is kind of confusing at first. But if you like go over certain geometries where there are, for example, invisible walls or so, then you don't die. I'm not 100% sure why that happens. Maybe you know more about it, but we just abuse that so we can basically fall down from a very high.
Yeah, we actually had to figure out how to do that boost very consistently and 100% because we Derve was one of the dudes that came in and just completely rerouted 100%, and he decided to make it so that we do this rail boost 5 times. I'm not joking. We did this boost 5 times in 100% now. I'm still mad at him for that, by the way. So basically what happens is at 200 frames per second, if you do that rail boost, you will go so high that you will pass through an invisible death plane above the level, and when you come back down, you die. So what speedrunners, in all their infinite wisdom and intelligence and things that I don't have, because I don't ever discover any of this stuff, what they found is if you cap your frame rate to 175, you can actually get a boost that's just low enough so that you don't go above that death plane, but you still get enough height to go kind of over everything, and you can clip back in. So he was able to grab the BFG, reload checkpoint, come back in, do the boost again, and then boost himself into that one spot where he kind of had to like do like extra up and over everything. And then he did that one Gauss boost to get into the elevator shaft. He kind of hooked himself into the elevator shaft, dropped down, landed on top of the elevator container, dropped down to the side, clipped into the elevator, and pushed the button just like it did in level 1. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. All right.
So many things to explain.
No worries. We're now in Lazarus Labs. This is the first level with an actual boss fight. This level's really funny because it just got rerouted, and this is, I personally would argue, the hardest rail boost in the whole game. He's going to do it right here. Any percent used to do a very different route than this, but Henny's going to set up a very specific paperclip here, and I promise we're like way far into the game. I will explain paperclips once he does this one. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous. Okay, so let me explain paperclips because we've done a few of them now, and we haven't really explained what they are yet. So if you remember glory kill clipping, if he can actually get through this wall...
Well, it's really thick and weird.
There we go. Okay, I was worried for a second. Okay, so if you remember glory kill clipping from level 2, when he glory killed that zombie and he clipped through the wall, you can actually do that without zombies in certain places. We call that a paperclip. We call it a paperclip because the... Oh, no! Okay,
I was trying to gauss boost over there to a location where I was trying to do a rail boost. But we can just do this.
Yeah, honestly, this is fine. This gives us time to explain things. So they get to see the really tough paperclip a second time. That's a good thing. Okay, so paperclipping involves the fact that the walls for this game are not drawn super well. And collision in this game is good. Not really. The collision in this game is really terrible. And so because of that, if you just kind of like mash your face into the wall and kind of just back and forth against the wall, you will your way through the wall. Now that doesn't work in all spots. There is a specific spot in 100% we've been looking for that we can't do. We've been trying to find a way to do it. But if you do that against certain walls, you can just kind of go through the wall and then you're out of bounds. And that allows all of Lazarus 1, and that's why you just push the button, and we're at the end of this part of the level. So,
and speaking of pushing buttons, you've seen us do it multiple times through worlds. We're gonna do it again. Shoutouts to, I think it was it Seeker who found this new setup? I'm not sure, but this is just so convenient. You line up yourself with a shadow on the wall, and yeah, bam.
I think it was Seeker. It might have been somebody else, but I think it was
sure.
Seeker.
Either Seeker or Dara, I think, who came up with that.
Yeah, Seeker, true to his name, has found, I think, most of the tech that's been used in the development of the later kind of version. The early version of this route had stuff that was found from a lot of people. Baru, Fun Cannon, like a lot of those early runners found a lot of this stuff. Draku found the first rail boost.
Yeah, Draku, one of the OG runners of this game.
Yeah, he was like the first SRC mod for this game. And he found the first paperclip on accident because he was on an Ultra Nightmare run in Argent Energy Tower and yeeted himself into the abyss. And that video is still on YouTube if you want to go look for it. It's really funny.
All right, so here you need to focus a little bit. Really hard boss fight.
His boss fight's extremely difficult. It requires a lot of very precise movement, a lot of very precise combat. You have to shoot in a certain way, and the first phase of the boss fight is over. So so we need to explain what just happened here. Okay, so what he just did is a function of the engine not really working as intended. So if you fire the BFG round at maximum frame rate, okay, you'll get it a second time. At maximum, the BFG round will actually, like, if you open the weapon wheel, it'll pause the game, and then the BFG tendrils, like the little lightning bolts that come off the side of it, they kind of reach out and touch the Cyberdemon, and if you kind of pause the game when one of those lightning bolts is touching him, it'll just sort of delete his health.
What are your, just quickly gonna say that, what are your seeing me try to do there is climb the Cyberdemon. It's like a very specific spot where you have to climb.
You got it here. This is it. Oh, this is it.
And if you do that, you can basically skip this phase without fighting or shooting at all. And it's like, if it works first try, it's one of the coolest looking things ever. Because you're just like, hi Cyberdemon, bye Cyberdemon.
It's a cool skip regardless, honestly. I think it's hilarious that you can just kind of jump over the whole boss fight and end the level.
It has gone through several iterations as well, like just as most levels in this game. It's like we had different methods for doing a lot of the levels, and those got obsoleted by now.
All right.
Yeah, Lazarus Labs has gone has undergone a renaissance. I think more than most of the other levels. At least it's undergone the furthest change. Titan's Realm this is the level we're in right now. This is the first hell level since Cadanger Sanctum. This level's it's changed, but it's changed in kind of a different way. So if you're picking this game up for kind of the first time, you don't want to do what Henny's doing right here. He's going to do a double paper clip. So he's clipping into this wall. He's then going to clip into another wall right here. He's going to clip twice to get out of bounds. If you're picking this game up for the first time, do not do this. This saves
4 or 5 seconds. Yeah.
3 to 5 seconds over doing it the old way. This is a world record only strat. Do not do this if you're picking up the game for the first time.
The problem is that the enemies there are attacking you at the same time as you're paper clipping through probably the thickest wall or weirdest geometry wall in the game or corner.
Yes.
And it's very frightening if you do it actually on a good run. So you really need to practice that a lot, get a feeling for the geometry. And yeah, that worked. Luckily, if it doesn't work, you lose about 40 seconds or 50 seconds, I think.
Yeah, he did that very, very well. That is a very tough clip to do because you have roughly 4 to 5 spicy Italian meatballs chomping at your butt while you're trying to shove your way out of bounds. That's not a sentence I thought I would say this morning when I woke up, but here we are. We're now at that point. So he's gonna do a clip here. Oh, darn it. Yeah, this glitch is kind of weird. Okay, there we go. We got it. So this is kind of a modified version of the old 80% route. This is not the current world record 80% route.
Actually, it is. I had rerouted again.
Wait, this is actually faster than the paperclip route?
Yep.
Oh, what? I didn't know that. Okay, so
happened like a few weeks ago or something.
Oh wow, chat! You and I learned both today together at the same time, with minus the stream delay and whatnot. We learned together that this is actually the new world record route.
Speaking of learning, is it okay if I talk about our charity real quick?
Oh yeah, jump in. Go for it.
Oh, and my throat explodes. All right. Yeah, speaking of learning, I'd just like to let you all know that we are raising money for Save the Children this event. We are currently at a crazy $21,000. Did you know that in ESA Winter 2018, we raised $22,000? So we're really close to meeting that milestone. So we get some donations in to get it reasonably soon this morning. That would be amazing. We can move on to the next milestone. We also have incentives that you can donate for when you do donate. Currently, my favorite one is the Pokemon Diamond Chimchar name. Currently, Bidoof is winning of all Pokemon. So there are other names available like Hecathon, Uncle Iroth, and Kizaron. So yeah, please get your donations in and we can save the children. Thank you.
Go for a Hecathon.
So chat, did you know that you could do the thing to the Hell Guards that you did with the Cyberdemon? That's how he was able to kill this Hell Guard so quickly. And he loaded checkpoints at the beginning of this fight in order to skip a cutscene where the Hell Guard showed up. And Henny, what's better than one Hell Guard?
2 Hell Guards that are killed.
2 Hell Guards? That sounds worse. Oh my god, there's 2 Hell Guards. So you have to fight 2 of them, but luckily the BFG tendrils are multiple and plentiful, and they reach out and touch any boss that's in the vicinity. And so he actually got the fast glory kill there. So he had to set that up in a very specific way, but by doing it very, very specifically, he was able to get the fast second glory kill. Basically, you duplicate the first glory kill twice if you do it fast enough, and that saves about 5 to 6 seconds over the slow one. So that was kind of a nice little bonus time save in there. This is like a really good run, dude. I'm actually like impressed right now. Any blowing my mind over here.
Pretty okay. I'm happy with this.
This is pretty solid.
All right, one of my favorite levels by now that I can actually do this, hopefully semi-consistently. This is like a double ray boost that's going to happen here. Or first of all, we have a paperclip and then a double ray boost. I'm going to let Dane explain that, but in actual runs, this is probably the most frightening spot because it's just like it can ruin your run so easily.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, second to last level, and this is probably the reset point of the run. Kind of terrible for any percent, but so he's going to do a paperclip here. This paperclip clip doesn't make sense. There's no reason why you should be able to clip through this wall, but for some reason you can. And it lets you jump into this very specific pedestal. He's going to line up on a very, very specific pistol here. And, oh, this looks good. Oh my God, first try. Okay, do not be deceived. He made that look easy. That is not an easy skip. That is a very tough rail boost. Oh, no way.
Unfortunately, we got like a really low boost for the second one.
The second one was a little low, yeah, but that second one was still pretty good. It's not a world record boost, but that's a really good boost. Like if you're a new runner and you get a boost like that, you're in a good spot.
This actually used to be the route or the rail boost route we did for the longest time until I think it was also Seeker again figured out that he could actually go over the gate with a perfect boost. And if you go over the gate, we call that the God boost, or we used to call it like that. It's super cool looking. Unfortunately, you couldn't pull it off here, but yeah, at least I didn't die there. So it's a bit of a time loss, but that's fine.
Yeah, it's a small time loss, but yeah, Seeker was the one that initially found that you could kind of go over that door that heny had to go through manually, like kind of the intended in order to get there. And that is I mean, if you're on like world record pace, that is a somewhat significant time loss, but I mean, it's fine. It shows the route kind of, the way that we normally do it. And I feel like we've only just kind of started explaining things and we're already approaching the last level. This is the last level of the run, chat. This is
like so many levels in this game are basically just you go somewhere to go out of bounds or set up a rail boost and then you go to the end of the level. That's just
so this is hell level number 3, and that was hell level number 3. Hell level number 3 is gone. We've done it. We finished it. So this is the last level of the run. So the whole story lore stuff is that you've beaten the invasion. You've kind of stopped Olivia from taking over Earth with hell, and now you're going to destroy all of the wraiths. Or if you're heny, you're going to not do that, and you're just going to go right to the end. If you can get this boost up, there we go. Yeah, this geometry on the out of bounds section is a little bit weird, and it's very tricky to navigate. I struggle a lot with doing this skip, and he's making it look very easy. He's now going for a very, very risky Gauss boost strat. You're making me nervous, man.
Okay, we got tight. So unfortunately, we don't have enough Gauss ammo, so we kind of need to go inbounds here again, just for safety reasons. I'm gonna
hit that checkpoint. Yeah, so that propulsion from the Gauss cannon gives you enough kind of lateral momentum to move across certain gaps. That was how he was able to jump that big gap at the beginning of this level, but firing the Gauss cannon does cost you ammo, and if you use too much of it doing setups and failing them, then you're kind of screwed. You gotta do some kind of fudgy things to get out of this. He set this up in a way. Okay, this looks good. You
might be wondering what's happening there. Like normally the level is really long, but we can just basically, if we know like where to drop down, we can drop down to the boss arena, and yeah, that's like most of the level skipped again, and we're at the Spider Mastermind.
Yeah, this is the final boss fight, just by the way. So this boss fight operates a little bit differently than the other ones. The other ones had 2 phases. This fight has 1 phase officially, but it sort of has an unofficial second phase where you'll see the boss health meter is still a little bit full. It's because there's like an unofficial second phase where it has to cycle through this animation.
By the way, time is coming up very soon, so...
Oh yeah, time's coming up in just a second. So, but yeah, you have to kind of shoot her a little bit after she cycled through that animation in order to finish this fight. It's kind of an annoying feature, but it's something you can do. Oh, I know what you're trying to do there. It's a little.
There's like an invisible hitbox you can climb.
All right, time is coming up like right now.
Time is coming up.
Right
it's time
now. That's time. Look at that.
That wasn't bad. Like
that is an impressive time, RTA.
Exactly.
It's like 31
or 31.
31-21. Not bad for an RTA run. That's really, really good. This was an impressive time for this run.
But as you saw, like this run is super technical, super movement focused, and so many things can go wrong. So doing actual like record attempts is just like something that can be very grindy, but it's also very rewarding. if you wanna maybe if this looks appealing to you and you want to pick this run up, we have a lot of tutorials, a lot of resources, and I'm always like happy to help. So you can just join, go to speedrun.com, join the Discord. There's a link on the left side, and yeah, we're more than willing to help you out.
Yeah, and there's a lot of categories for this game too. We've got any percent, which is this like massively glitchy run. We've also got 100% runs. We've got a couple different versions of 100%. We've got like non-glitchy, quote unquote, versions of it. And we've got super glitchy versions of it. We've got everything in between. So if you're a runner that likes glitches or doesn't like glitches, we've got a run for you somewhere in here. I don't generally recommend this run for like brand new runners, but if you've got something to offer for, you know, as far as speedrunning goes, we've got something for you. So feel free to jump in. We'll be happy to answer questions.
Exactly. So I want to give some shout outs. We already mentioned him a couple of times. Seeker, like he's probably the most consistent, the best runner of this game.
Absolutely.
And not only this game, he also runs a lot of other games at top level. He also found a lot of strats, as we already mentioned. Then there's Dara, who took the record a few months ago, before Seeker took it back, like some weeks later only.
Yeah.
But Dara is also an amazing runner, amazing friend. Shout outs to him. We got Glomo, known Bioshock runner.
Absolutely.
Creeper, who was about to be co-commentating for this run as well, but due to the early spontaneous nature of this happening now, he couldn't unfortunately make it, but yeah, still amazing runner. Distortion 2, who played this game a lot. Dylan, great tutorials. Krelm, Parfi, Guacodile, Leonard, Meta. Can't forget Meta, obviously.
Can't forget Meta. Can't forget Meta.
And some of the OGs, Arctic, Whitehound, and Jerome. I think those are the ones I want to shout out. You got some more?
I want to throw a special shout out to Bite Me and Red Warrior for kind of helming the 100% category and kind of forging that ahead. And then, you know, I sort of took their run and applied all the glitchy stuff to it and made Classic into what it is. So I want to thank them specifically for where they've gone. All uppercase, I got to shout him out for getting infeasibly close to taking the 100% record, and I feel like it's going to be an any day now sort of situation. But I want to throw a shout out to them and all the people that you just said before. This run has truly been story in this game has been truly a super collaborative process, and it's been a lot of fun learning and routing and running with all of you. So thank you all for being our co-runners. We definitely appreciate
exactly.
it.
Amazing community. So just join us, as I said.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's it from us.
All right.
So
awesome.
Enjoy the rest of the marathon, and yeah, bye-bye.
Thank you. Awesome. All right. That was great. Great. On the second time of asking, I'm glad it all went well. So yeah, thanks for that amazing run. Coming up next, we have The Last Guardian by Usurpering. The regularly scheduled run will be next. So stay tuned and we will return with that in a moment.